I'm shutting everything out. Everyone's got their perspectives on, what happened there with the shooting. So many anomalies. I'm now in forensic mode. So I'm going to dig into this. I've got the timeline. I'm going to listen to the testimony in Congress, and I will take no prisoners. I'm in contact with the U.S. Secret Service, who has not responded because they're a bunch of chimpanzees. But I'm going to start holding them accountable as well. We're going to dig into this. We're not going to wait 60 years to find out the truth, because the FBI, as soon as they're activated, they come in and cover stuff up. So all there is to it. The fact, everybody knows this. You're going to hear from Don Jr. Speak in those terms today. You're going to. But for right now, our top news headline right here. We're gonna get right to it. There it is. Our top news headline is that President Trump's potentially huge deal. It's potentially huge. A potentially huge deal was leaked by RFK Jr. Did you guys hear the full audio recording? You probably didn't hear the full audio recording because it got chopped up and deleted, and everybody's grabbing bits and pieces, and you're going to hear it. I transcribed it. Listen very, very closely. You'll get analysis. It's going to be the first clip I'm going to play for you. Potentially a huge deal. CNN now broadcasting that President Trump's life is in danger because of Iran. Who gives a flying flip? How about if President Trump calls Iran and says, because he took out Soleimani, how about we call them and say, we will literally turn you into freaking glass if you do anything. I do have breaking news. I have breaking news about, and here it is. You ready? Words being telegraphed. I'm going to consider it from the highest level source that you could ever possibly get this information from, and you'll see that in due time. There is now, in the same fashion that the threat level was up right before 9/11, there's word out now we are under threat as a country, under threat of an imminent, massive terrorist attack. And this is coming by the freaking sand diggers in Afghanistan. Not racist either. Just they dig sand. That's what they do. Anybody has a problem with that, kiss my Italian hairy butt. You can. You can. They want to kill thousands of us. So anybody has a problem with me calling them sand diggers, you can kiss my ass. All right? Yeah. This time around, we're not messing around. We're not going to do like a Obama group hug of any of the brown people. If they do anything, ladies and gentlemen, right? Get your DeWalt drill out. Start drilling freaking kneecaps immediately. I don't know. What do we do? How do we respond to it? We will. We'll respond to it appropriately. I'll be at the news desk. I'll be right here, helping make sense of it, telling you to go shoot your local freaking whatever, ant hill. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. All right. So here it is. Here's the video. I mixed it a couple things. I did all the transcribing. I listened very close. I'll probably have to stop it. Let's go full screen. Full screen. Can you do full screen without audio? There you go. Thank you. That's where we're going to do it because there's subtitles coming. So I want to make sure that everybody sees it, and we'll stop. Now, RFK Jr. on the phone with President Trump. Here is, you're going to want audio on that. Yep, there you go. Hello? Yep, there we go. Here we go.
I agree with you, man. Something's wrong with that. I agree with you, man. Something's wrong with that whole system. And, I said, doctors, if I remember, I said I want to do small doses. Small doses. When you When you feed a baby, Bobby, a vaccination that is like 38 different vaccines, and it looks like it's meant for a horse, not a 10-pound or 20-pound baby. It looks like you should be giving a horse this, and you ever see the size of it, right? It's this massive. And then you see the baby all of a sudden starting to change radically. I've seen it too many times. And then you hear that it doesn't have an impact, right? But you and I talked about that a long time ago. And anyway, I would love you to do something. And I think it'll be so good for you and so big for you.
Okay, what did he just say there, folks? He just said, I would love you to do so. So obviously, this is slightly taken out of context, but I would love you to do so. What is that do so? What is that do so? He's talking about vaccines. I would love you to do so. We can speculate, but the chances are huge that he's convinced RFK that he'll take him into his administration. And to just bail on his candidacy and make an endorsement.
And we're going to win. We're way ahead of the guy.
And RFK Jr. acknowledges that. He's not, there's not a chance in hell that he's going to beat, there's no way he's going to even come close. Not even close.
And, he's interesting. It was very nice, actually. He called me and he said, how did you choose to move to the right? So I guess that's, people said, if I was looking straight on, right? He said, I said, I was just showing a chart. I didn't have to tell him the chart was on all the people pouring into our country, right? But, I just turned my head to show the chart. And something wrapped me. It felt like a giant, like the world's largest mosquito. And it was a bullet going around. What do they call that, an AR-15 or something? That was a big gun. Those are pretty tough guns, right?
You see that? You guys see that? Now let me back up a second.
And he said, how did you choose to move to the right?
Now, that is a forensic analysis, folks. Look at that, how the bullet grazed him. They did a full forensic analysis. He did turn his head just like that. He turned his head. That was the trajectory of the bullet. Can you imagine, you guys? Can you imagine that? Look, let me back up a second. We're going to win. We're going to win. I will stop it when it gets
we're way ahead of the guy. And, he's interesting. It was very nice, actually. He called me and he said, how did you choose to move to the right?
See that? You see his head snapped?
So I guess that's, people said, if I was looking straight on, right? He said, I said, I was just showing a chart. I didn't have to tell him the chart was on all the people pouring into our country, right? But, I just turned my head to show the chart. And something wrapped me. It felt like a giant, like the world's largest mosquito. And it was a bullet going around. What do they call that, an AR-15 or something? That was a big gun. Those are pretty.
And there it is, the world's largest mosquito holding an AR-15. Right? So appropriate.
Tough guns, right?
That was my idea. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So we can only speculate what the deal is, but it's potentially huge. Can we all agree on that? Potentially a huge, huge deal. RFK Jr. coming over. So for those of you that like RFK, hey, you know what? Give him like HHS or something like that. Go in there and fire everybody around Fauci. I think that'd be a great thing. America will not be harmed by that in any way, shape, or form. You guys agree?
You're watching The Pete Santilli Show.
Mike Lindell here, and like you, I see our country being destroyed daily. We face massive economic issues, And I can tell you from firsthand experience, there are people in power who threaten the values that have made our country great. Well, I've been a believer in gold and silver for a long time, and I've searched for years for a partner that shares my values. Well, Genesis Gold Group showed me how easy it is to protect your IRA, 401k, or your retirement with gold and silver. Their faith-driven approach to service and stewardship is one that stands out from the rest. So call Genesis Gold Group now at